Hi everybody, welcome to Tea with Miri, a channel that focuses on womanhood, relationships, friendships included, and of course lifestyle tips. But I will also be using the very same platform to share my life, to share with you my life here in Barcelona, and hopefully whenever I happen to move to, but for now, Barcelona. So welcome, have your tea, and let's get started. Okay, in today's video, I'll be sharing a 1 month life update here in Barcelona, how my journey has been, of course, the good and the challenging part. So, number one, the weather. It has been cold. You know, I come from Tanzania, a very tropical country, and so coming here end of February, it has been way too cold for me. I dress like this only when I'm inside. When I'm outside, I have like 4 layers at least. So if you're a tropical person looking to move here or just to visit when people can finally visit, please, if it's during winter season, be prepared, right? Okay, but on the other hand, it is sunny, you know, there's so much relief when it is cold, but then you can get the sun. You know, I can't imagine how I would have managed if it was always cloudy. I so much feel for people who are living in countries where it's always cloudy, because I personally love the sun, and I come from the country where the sun is out every day almost. Yeah, so that number one. Number two is the food. The food is nice, you know. They have lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, lots of seafood, and they have also like ham and so many other type of meat. So the food has been fantastic and available and very fresh, right? The only difference has been when it comes to spices. I prefer spicy food, at least to a certain level. And I come also from a family or a personal life where I use spices a lot to cook. And here it's more like salt, water, it may be black pepper. So you can imagine, you know, if you're used to a marinated chicken, that's a whole different experience. But thankfully, I carried enough spices with me, so I'm doing well. The only challenge is when I have to eat outside. But either way, because the food is so fresh and so rich, you can always also enjoy it. It allows you actually to feel the food without spices. So it's good in its own way. Okay, so that was the food aspect. Number three is the people. Honestly, the people have been very kind and welcoming. I don't feel like an outsider. I don't feel like I'm segregated. You know, I don't feel, you know, it has been 1 month and that's how I have felt. So if I feel different at some time, at some other time, hopefully I'll also be able to share. But so far it has been good. I do my life basically like how everybody else does. Well, apart from that, there are other things that I found to be even more interesting, you know. And number one is La Sagrada Familia. Guys, the hype is legit, you know. It's an amazing building. You know, you go and you look at it, you look at the details, and you're like, wow. You know, I went there and took some footage to share with you, and I hope you can see it now. I've really enjoyed to see that. It's a church. Actually, it's a Roman Catholic church that is still under construction, but it goes back in history, and it was designed by the popular and very famous Spanish architect Antoni Gaudi. It is a privilege to be able to say it. Right? Okay, and apart from that, another thing is that I found really interesting is graffiti. They have lots and lots of graffiti on like walls, on doors of stores and shops. it's a lot of graffiti. And I even asked my husband, why so much graffiti? And he just told me, just because the government allows them to express. I think they just found this passion, and since they can do it, they went ahead and do it and did it. I went to this park where I took some footages, and it is graffiti left, right, and center. Another thing is dental clinics. They have so many dental clinics. Like, you go one block to another, there is a clinic. You take a corner, there is a dental clinic. They call them clinical dental. Clinical dental. I don't know what transpired, but there is plenty. There are plenty of dental clinics. And another thing is dogs. There are so many dogs. Like, if you like dogs like me, good for you, because you get to see them every day. But if you have some sort of a trauma, or you just don't like dogs, then it might not be good, because there are dogs everywhere. It's like, I don't know, but I feel like at least in 2-3 families, in 5 families, there are at least one with dogs. And that is a very minimum estimation, really. I won't be surprised if it's higher than that. Yeah, so I've seen a lot of dogs. Another thing that really I laughed so much when I found what really it was, is these trolleys. So I came here and I saw so many people pushing or pulling them, and I was like, is this a baby? Is there a baby inside? If there is a baby inside, why is it closed? How can the baby breathe? What is it? I was so curious, really, and I kept seeing everybody with them. And so until I actually asked, and I was told it's just the way they carry their stuff. You go to the market, you put your tomato in your trolley, you pull. It's easy, and I found it really interesting. So far, that has been my update here in Barcelona. I love it. I still have a long way to go. I'm learning how to go, maybe by metro, by subway or by buses, but everything is so well aligned that it's easy to adapt to. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you like the video, please like, subscribe so you can see when I'm posting again, and also turn your notification on. Thank you. Bye. Adios. Kwaheri.